the Pledge of Allegiance. Let's start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Zena, if you have the flag, and Sharon B, will you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Kind of broken up here.
Oh,
Can somebody, yeah, I fractured my wrist and sprained my other wrist. I'm out of it.
It's okay. It's okay. I got it. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Thank you. And Sharon, thank you. We didn't know. Maybe you and Sharon, the two Sharons are going too hard at it. You got Sharon B over here messing up her wrist.
That's because she made fun of me whenever they told me to stand up, and I stood up,
Yeah.
and nobody could see me. And she just like turned around and she said, "Oh, she is standing up."
Goodness. All right, everybody. So
Say that.
we sent out the minutes. Has everyone had a chance to review the minutes for March 22nd?
Yeah, there's a couple of corrections I'd like to make.
Okay.
We have 11 members, including Lisa. And I had put Janice, Nadell, Sharon, both Sharons were not there at the last meeting. And that is a correction from what was in the minutes.
Okay. Thank you.
I mean,
Sharon was
you had said
there.
something,
Sharon was at that meeting.
maybe she was at
Yeah.
the end or something.
No,
Isn't Janice no longer with us?
no, Janice left. I was informed by the manager or something.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
she's just not with us, so that includes the 11. So that I put all the names of everybody in the minutes, and Nadell wasn't there, but Sharon Bruner was, right?
Yes.
Sharon Kirkpatrick was not, right?
no, Sharon was there.
Sharon was there. Both
Both
Sharons were there.
Sharons were there.
Okay, well, okay.
Right.
I guess my main comment was we have 11 people minus Janice now,
Okay.
so she's not I didn't know if just because she didn't have the job, she didn't be on the committee. Okay, and then, so we have 10 now, including Lisa.
Okay.
But I'm not a voting member.
Okay, well, that's why I wanted to clarify. Last meeting, you said we have 8 members and 6 in attendance, but we actually have 9. Okay, so I just wanted to get those numbers squared away. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Zena.
Okay.
Page noted.
Zena, you're right. I was not
Yep.
there on the 22nd.
Okay. I don't know why I thought I had both of y'all on there.
That's
Well, that's what
okay.
I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
had to look at my planner, but I was teaching a workshop at Subbase Bangor that day.
Right,
Thank you.
right. You texted me, Sharon. Yeah. Yeah. So I just want, overall, we have 10 people, including Lisa then, on
Yes.
the committee.
Yes.
Just for a point of order, because you said we have 6 of the 8 here, and I wanted to make that correction. So we had 6 of 10 people there. 6 in attendance.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. And as far as anything else, I saw. See, what's confusing is, Lisa, when you have agenda 426 and then you renamed it document and agenda 426, it says minutes. It should change to minutes of 426. However that is, because when I download them and put them in my file, I mean, it's hard to figure out what the agenda and what the minutes are. So, but you typed minutes on there, but the file name was document and agenda 426. Just a thing. So,
Okay.
okay.
So we'll update the attendees for our last meeting and
Right.
a point of order for the number of members that we have. Make those adjustments, moving Sharon B over to absent and updating our number of actual members. As a
Right.
point of order. for Zena's recommendation and updates. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Are there any other corrections? Hi, Carol. Are there any other corrections? All right. Hearing none, a motion to accept the minutes pending the corrections.
Hey, a minute, Carol Stripling is not on the list either. She
How's
just put a link there.
Carol not on the list? Lord, she is not on the list. Okay,
Yeah.
well, I got it. Oh, Lord.
And she was there last time, I think,
Yes,
right?
Yeah, Carol was at the meeting last time.
Okay. So we've updated the minutes with the participants and I don't see any other corrections. Okay,
Okay,
as far as I go, so.
yes. May I have a motion to accept the minutes pending the corrections noted by Zena? May I have a motion?
I'll make the motion to second the meeting minutes.
Thank you. Motion made and seconded. Any discussion? Any discussion? Motion carried. Pending the corrections, Lisa, if you make those corrections and then send it back out with the updated list and also with a title reframing.
Yes,
Yours.
yeah.
Yes. All right. Thank you. All right. Next on the agenda, we'll move past retreat dates. We'll discuss that on the back end. Let's go. I would like to turn it over to Sharon and Sharon for an AAR from our Incarcerated Women Veterans program. The floor is yours, ladies, and Carol. as
Okay.
well.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and start. The process went very well. We've got a new liaison and he is engaged, organized, and supportive. Whew, that is a miracle right there. So we cleared through and went back to the visiting area. We had, out of our group of 13 women, we had 6. I don't have my notes in front of me, but I think we had 6 or 7. And the interesting part about it was that now the majority are Iraqi vets. And
Can we mute Gary?
Poor Gary.
who is that hacking?
That's Gary.
Gary, turn off your speaker.
Poor Gary. He's poor thing.
Oh my God. So anyhow, we got a chance to have everybody introduce themselves, give their background. We've got 2 women that are tentatively releasing. One is releasing to she's from Spokane, but she's releasing to the Lacey area. She doesn't know anybody. She doesn't have any family. So she's going to need some overall support. The other women that were there we had 2 new women. One of them I can name because the name is unique. It's Natalie Woods. And so we were able to get commitment from them. They want to come back. And we did get lunch. Sometimes that's an issue. We did get lunch. And we had 3 representatives there in addition to us. I was representing Post 204 and WVAC. Sharon was representing WVAC. Then we had Tony Sparber from the federal VA program, and we had Tim from WDVA. And Sharon, can you remember the other guy? I think he was from Department of Corrections. So it was a good team of resources, able to take claims, able to work on their plan for release. So it was a good team effort. And we got 2 of the new women signed up for Post 204. And 1 woman who is we already have 4 women that are members. So that's another 2. And the Post pays for their membership and they get the Legionnaire magazine. And it is like, you would think you were sending them $1 million. That is like they're in touch with being a veteran by getting that magazine. So, any questions?
There's some in the chat. Carol asked who's doing claims, who's processing claims?
Claims, Tim and myself. If there is a woman that needs assistance, I'm gonna be the backup and Tim is gonna assist with the claims.
So
Yes.
can I, oh, okay, can I ask, so when is the next meeting? When is the
The
next
next-
meetup?
The next meeting is May, we're gonna do it's May 17th.
Okay, so that
We're
will be
gonna
a
do the third Wednesday of every month.
May 17th. Meetings are,
That will be the best.
I have a couple that will work.
And
okay,
it's
so we will be
noon
in
to
Yakima.
1:30.
Okay, a very
Yeah.
much. I have a question. Is everyone who wants to be a part of the incarcerated women's, I think we all should be able to tap in when we can, but is it okay for us to say that Sharon and Carol, you all are the frontward facing representatives of the WEVAC for the incarcerated women veterans program? Is that fair to say?
Well, it's fair, but I don't think it's gonna work that way.
Okay,
I think, Victoria Burgess.
yes, Victoria wanted to do it as well.
Yeah, and I don't know, Carol, her time, Carol, are you ever available? Because here's the issue. We have to have people that can go every month.
Every month.
Yeah, because the consistency for the women, they form a bond, and it's not the kind of meeting that you can just like drop in or drop out or come 1 month.
And
then
that's my concern, especially
Yeah.
with Victoria. She has to understand she cannot come and go. She's also got other things going on. So what I would say is, if you're going to be committed to this and you understand what the commitment is every third
Correct.
Wednesday of the month, I
Correct.
think unless you can commit to that, maybe you do a special something along the way. But I think that I'm glad that you said that, because it sets expectation for what we're saying we need.
Right.
If you're going to represent the WEVAC consistently. And I guess if you miss one or two, that's one thing. If you're going to miss a couple, you're going to be out, because people, this is volunteering. So I think if we had a strong base of a strong core 3 or core 4, they would always know that they would see Sharon B, Sharon K, Carol, you'll see her, in Victoria when you see her. But I think I will leave that to the group of you to discuss your continuity and how you're going to approach it. But if I were to say our incarcerated, could we say to the director, to David, now we have a new incarcerated women veterans task force team? Can I say that?
And Victoria, or anybody on our committee, if you have a particular niche, like Shelley, I would love for you to come as a guest, a guest speaker one time when you're available.
Yes.
That's different than showing up as the regulars. So we can bring in speakers. We did that in the past. Carol has been able to come in and talk specifically about American Legion. So we have guests that come in and talk about specific issues like self-care.
Yes.
Anything that you're the expert at, quote expert, we can bring in speakers, which is different than coming to do the monthly meeting.
Right.
So
And
that's
don't forget, I offered and they accepted to do the conflict resolution
that's right.
20-minute, like a little 20-minute thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, Sharon's
I
gonna
do
do a
have
workshop.
a profession that I can.
Well,
Yeah.
I get that. That part's great. I mean, no one's doing that but you. Like, I get that, but I love the fact that you're saying, like, bringing some of us in as special speakers because our commitment. And if we're saying it's the third Wednesday in every month, then I would, ooh. The third Wednesday in July is what is the 22nd, right? In June, the third Wednesday in June is the 22nd. Right? So I can
It's
come
the
in
21st.
the 21st. And what time do I need to be there in order to process through and get in?
At 11:45.
Okay, 11:30 basically. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, because it
Um,
takes a while, to go through the metal detector and everything.
Okay, well, you lock me in for June. I'm putting it on my work calendar now.
Okay, gotcha.
And it's 11:30, basically 11:30 to 1.
1:30.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. Got it. It's on there. Okay.
Well, we have the Sharon show we have one other item to report.
Oh, goodness.
And I'll let you describe that one, because that was your post.
What do you mean?
When we were in Port Townsend, we attended the American
dis-
Legion
Yeah, the
post
district,
meeting. the
District 3
district.
conference.
Yeah.
Yeah, we attended that. That was a full day. I think that was from 10 to 4:30. And
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what to report on that.
Well, I think that we were representing the committee, and we felt like we were, it was a good thing we were there, because the discussion of what's happening within the American Legion was very, women need to be aware of, like, if you have post 204 membership, or if you belong to any other post, what's happening behind the scenes. And I know Carol can speak better to that, but I just want you all to know that we were there, we were visible, and we were representing the committee.
Right. Yeah. And I think, and we did notice there was a huge lack of diversity there. I think 6 or 7 women out of like 80 people.
Mm.
And those were wives of fellas that were in positions.
Well, the auxiliary was there.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carol, you look like you have something to say. You're thinking. I see you thinking. And
Well, a couple things. I appreciate that people are concerned about the Legion, but I don't think that this is the format to discuss that.
Thank you.
Right,
We need
right,
to
right.
focus. We need to focus on WDBA.
Okay,
And-
thank you.
And
Yeah, but we
I
need you all to know, as part of outreach, that that's what we can do over here on the peninsula.
Okay.
Right. And so the fact that you were there, and hopefully you had an opportunity to say that you're representing the WEVAC and discuss some of the other programs that we have going on, like the town halls and stuff like that. I think that's good. We can talk about the Legion offline, because
Yeah, I don't think that was the direction that I don't think that was the direction that they were going, but I do appreciate you all making an appearance and representing the committee, which is what we are trying to encourage everyone to do, representing the committee. So thank you so much for that report. And I think I kind of want to transition that naturally, kind of transitions into our upcoming WEVAC town hall in Yakima that is happening on May 16th and May 17th. So what we started this year was, for anyone who will be listening to this later, is we started doing joint sessions with the VAC, and that's the Veteran Affairs Advisory Committee. We started doing joint sessions with them where I requested that we have at least 1 hour or some kind of break off where our women veterans could meet and connect and have a moment to discuss and have, connect and discuss anything that needed to be discussing, and also help us do some type of fact finding or data gathering, information gathering on behalf of the WDBA. Fast forward, we've done one, and that was in the Southwestern region when we were down in Clark County in Vancouver, Washington. This will be our second attempt at that. And because of location challenges and timing of some things, we were unable to do it all in one day. So what will be happening this time is on May 16th, we will be having our actual Women Veterans Forum from 5 to 7 p.m. And it will be kind of a mixer meetup type of situation. So Jules, it'll be a little less, ours was still informal, but it'll be a little more relaxing. Maybe it'll be, because it'll be in the evening time, it'll be after folks have gotten off of work. And I haven't seen the space, but from what I understand, it's a beautiful space. I forgot the name of the actual location. Lisa, what's the name of it? Oh, the Yakima Valley VA Clinic is where it'll be held at from 5 to 7 p.m. Anyone who will be joining us, please get your information or connect with Lisa and let her know you will be there. I will be driving from here. So I'm going to be leaning on our Eastern Washington folks who can be there to help with coordination as far as like getting in there and it's not much that we need to set up, but I'll just be coming off the road straight there from here. And I won't be able to leave here until 1 o'clock to get there. But it starts at 5 p.m. So Zena, I would lean to your tenacity and leadership to help us get the word out in that region. And I would ask gracefully if you would be my co-lead in that session.
I'll have to, I think I just heard of, yeah. So I'll have to check my schedule. I'll make a note on that.
And then the next day, that next morning is going to be the actual town hall. For your lodging and travel arrangements, just make sure you let Lisa know you're going, I'm going, and that way she'll be able to get our lodging and everything set up like she did for us in Vancouver. We also did receive a link with they use Microsoft Forms. So I asked Lisa to share, put that link in here, but I don't think it's on our agenda. So I'll have her send that link out to everyone, which is the survey link for you to start utilizing at your leisure. All that information goes to the WDVA and they will be collecting whatever data we collect. As we collect that information each time, we'll sit and we'll look and we'll see are we still asking the right questions? Are there different questions we need to be asking to help them get the information they need to do their jobs better in serving our Washington State women veterans? It is a livable survey. We're not married to it, but our committee members, Nadell and Carolyn, really worked hard to get some really good forward-thinking questions around what we should be asking. So it is a great start. And as we continue down the road, if it looks like we need to make adjustments, we can, but we needed to start somewhere. Lisa, if you could I know I sent that link to you. I'll get it and drop it in the chat for you all because I sent it yesterday.
So Union Gap and Yakima are right next to each other, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm putting the link in the chat for the survey. Grab the link and use it at your leisure. I haven't been in this chat, by the way, so anything that you said I've completely missed, but thank you. I was trying to make it a short link. I'm gonna probably do a bit.ly for it, but that is the current survey link for you to, all right, thanks, Lisa. Sue and Heidi and hers, okay. So we have Sue, we will have Zena, we will have Sue and Heidi. I don't think that Nadell would be able to make it based off of her current, the way her life is kind of working right now. But let's see who we can get there. I know Jules won't be able to make this one. So any of you who will be able to make it, please let Lisa know, let us know so we know kind of what we're working with. And I know, and it's okay, Sharon B, thank you. All right.
So sorry, Shelley, what is the link for?
The link is our survey.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So you can show, yeah, I was trying to, I was trying to do a short link, a short link version for it, or ask
That's okay.
Heidi for a short link, but that is our survey. I encourage you, Zena, send it out. Let's start getting information. This is for us to gather for the WDVA. And like I said, we will reassess again and again and again, and the questions may change over time as they assess whether or not they're getting the information they need to do what they need to do better for our Washington State women veterans. Jules, anything you want to say or have for that?
No, I would just, make sure that we have materials, so so you guys aren't scrambling
Yeah,
before the meeting.
yeah. So we'll have the things we need to do what we're doing. Any other questions? Anybody else that can't make it? I mean, that can make it? Just so we kind of know who to expect. Let us know, let me know, let Lisa know. You can do it in the chat or on email. Yes, Karen?
I might be able to make it on the 16th, but I would
Do
be
you-
looking afterwards.
Okay, okay, all
That's
right,
staying over.
all right. Okay. Let's go ahead and any questions about that? Any more questions? Nothing about that? Okay. And this is our second time doing this. The other dates have been rolled out, but we're gonna just do this one beat at a time. All right. The next thing is we were contacted by the big VA. They have a program called the HEART program that they started piloting back in 2015. And now apparently they've been on this road show to connect with women veterans state to state to give a four-phased, thanks Gary, a four-phased meeting or introduction of basically about integrating or reintegrating into the VA system. So they're trying to basically cast a wider net to catch our women who are actively serving and any of our women veterans who don't utilize the VA healthcare system to understand the process and how to get connected to the system along with the multiple services that you receive. An in-person presentation is usually about 4 hours because they take you on the phase journey. They have a more comprehensive one that is 1 hour and it's virtual. While they're on the road trip, they're reaching out. So they reached out to the WVAC and we were going back and forth about location. Neither the Seattle or the American Lake VA could take them. So we're going to host it at Post 2224 on May 12th, Friday, May 12th. What I would ask is that you would share out the flyer. Lisa put the links to the flyer, put the flyers in our agenda. Is that the newest one? Is that the current one, Lisa? The updated one?
I think so. Because it has the post location.
Post 2224 or the wrong post information?
Is DFW post 2224?
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the new one. Okay, so take that flyer and just send it out. It's not necessary. We're not following registration. They are. They just needed our help to assist to get the word out to as many women as possible. We'll host it at Post 2224 and on Friday, May 12th. So as much as you can.
And what time is it, Shelley? Time?
It starts at 9 in the morning. Why can't I open these links?
I couldn't open the links either.
Lisa, I can't open these links you put on here. Can you just send them as attachments,
Yeah.
please?
9
Okay.
to 1.
9 to 1, Zena, 9 to 1. If you are on the committee and you are planning on coming into town because you want to attend it in person, let us know. So let Lisa know, because then that way you can get coverage and reimbursed for all of that, and we can get you lodging and things like that. Other than that, this is all they asked us to do to assist them in finding a location and to help. And also, Gary, if we can get this out, Lisa will get you the updated flyer, but we really want to get this out and get women registered, our service women and women veterans registered. Okay. That's our only responsibility. That's all they asked us to do, ladies, was help them find a location and spread the word. That's all they asked.
So this is the federal VA,
Mhm.
and Seattle and American Lake couldn't accommodate the federal VA. Thank you.
Nope,
Nope, and they didn't even know this is.
they didn't
gonna
even know about the
happen.
program.
Yeah. Which is
So.
sad.
Yeah, it is sad, but we diverse. Okay, so that'll get us to rolling into, before we talk, but a part of the marketing kits, I want to kick it to Zena about the brochure. Any updates or assistance that you need, we got to get that to Heidi and team, because I do understand you've been trying to work on it, but it's hard, so.
Yeah, I talked to Heidi. Emergency came up over the weekend, so I couldn't get it to her Monday, but I am working on it diligently. It's sitting here in 2 pieces. So I will have something to her by the end of the week. And then I will send a proof out to you guys for some input. Well, maybe I should wait till they have to put it in this graphic program or whatever.
Mhm, mhm.
So with my input and theirs, let's wait on that. And then they'd be closer to, we don't need this, we do need this, we don't need this. Okay. So
Right.
I would say by next week, probably we would have something. Okay.
Okay, and then I think, let's just make our goal, Zena, to at least have some printed copies for our Women Veterans Forum on the 16th.
Right.
Let's try to see if we can make that our goal.
Right.
Jules, did you have something?
No, I'm just making notes.
Okay.
And on that too, I have a draft for a 2-sided business card. And then some people wanted the Q code. And do I get that from Gary Lott?
The QR code, no, Heidi them can do that.
No, our new director wanted a standard one, so they have this layout already that we paid for, because you have to pay for the layout. So the way he wanted it is, I thought I got to ask him if, because he wanted our QR code, the DVA, but I asked him if we can also put the women's QR code in there, and he said, okay. Plus, like, it's gonna be in the back of the business card and the 988 number as well.
Right.
Okay, we're talking about the business card. And when I send it to communications, they will put the QR code on there appropriately. But I'm going to send you guys a draft first just to see what we want on it, and then forward it on to them from there. And then have a standardized way that our cards look, and then you fill in your name or your job or your phone number or whatever you want to have. It is what we talked about, I think, before, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Because I just have my
Yes.
phone number and my name and Eastern Washington representative, and
it's just a lot
we
cleaner
have all
that
those
way.
all those other misprinted business cards that we can't even, well, hardly use. So,
Yeah.
okay. So those are on the top of my plate. So,
Okay.
okay.
Marketing kits, Lisa.
Sorry.
I haven't got mine yet, but you said you mailed it.
Yes, I did.
Okay. And that's a tablecloth, a stand, some of those
No,
pins.
it's just the tablecloth, some swags, and I forgot the other one.
And the
It's in a bag.
standing banner. You got,
Yeah.
I gave you the banner, Zena. I didn't need the banner.
Okay, good. Okay. Good.
Okay. So we know what we need to do for we're good on the brochures, business cards, design, all of that, working with Heidi. That's great. I want to come back up to our doodle poll for discuss the retreat dates based off of we have a new director, which means we have a new way of business being done. And so the dates that were put out there were either a Wednesday, Thursday date or a Thursday, Friday dates. I've only seen myself and 2 other people take that doodle poll. If you could, please take the doodle poll. And if you can't physically come, then we're gonna electronically bring you in. I guess at that point, Deputy Puente is gonna be ready to have some discussions around strategy and what he would like for us to do as a committee. But if you would please, even if you can't do any of those dates, at least just fill it out. And so Lisa can close the loop on that. and we can move forward in doing some work.
Okay, so question, Lisa, Shelley, we've been talking about having a retreat since December or whenever. And we've
Yes.
had in person, we had a 2-hour that not many showed up. We've had all this stuff. So this is a retreat planning for our goals for the year and the new director.
Mhm.
Okay, so when you send out something like that Google Doodle thing, whatever, I was going, it's 7 hours long, and preferably in person, one day, right?
It's 2 days.
But it does, okay, so it doesn't say that on.
It didn't. I just
No.
found out.
So that's why I'm
So the
clarifying.
language,
Okay.
yeah. So the
Okay.
language, Lisa, it should say that it's a 2-day retreat. And I don't know if it's 2 days for 7 hours, because I don't see us needing 2 days and 7 hours each day. So we need to decide, what do we want to do? Lisa, was that your intention for us to be there for 2 days, or is it just, what is the timeline?
Well, I just put it there that those are the time that our director is available.
Okay, so
you guys can choose.
To Zena's point, let us be clear.
What are
We're
we
either
doing?
picking-
Who are we doing it with? And those are his schedule availabilities.
Right.
To
So
meet- Is he gonna meet with us the whole time?
the
or-
whole time. He's
Okay.
blocking that time off for us.
Okay.
We just
So-
need to lock it in. So she gave us these gaps. It's either Wednesday, Thursday, or Fridays, or Wednesday or Thursday or Friday, whichever dates are optimal. Fill in those dates, and then wherever the majority of us land is the date that we're gonna meet in person with him. So we'll work it that way, because I can't see us needing 2 days to do that.
Right, okay, we're meeting with him, one day is fine.
Yeah. And then some of that work is with him, and some of that work is just with us.
Okay, and is he coming up with the agenda, or are we coming up with the agenda?
I'm working with him. It'll be me, him, and Jules coming up together with the agenda for it. And I'm thinking he's bringing the deputy director in, but I'm not sure.
Okay,
Yeah. And
so we're saying one day with the new director.
mhm.
Okay, and it will be where?
At the
You don't know?
WDVA
At
in
the
Olympia.
Olympia?
Mhm.
Okay,
So
so,
wherever the majority of us land, that's the date we'll
Yeah.
most likely
so
go
more
with.
information about what that was and who it's with would,
Yeah.
thank you for telling me that now, but
Yeah,
I didn't
I
have
had
this-
to ask too. I didn't
Yeah.
even know. When it came, I was uninformed. I didn't know. So yeah, I had to ask those questions.
So we were gonna put our availability and
And
then
Sharon-
whoever lands on that stuff.
Yes, Sharon, no, it won't be 2 days. The clarification is it's actually gonna be on one day, but we just all have to if you're available any of those days, just say you're available any of those days. It's gonna be on one of those days.
Okay. In Olympia or at WDVA headquarters?
It is in, WDVA is in Olympia. It's
Oh,
in
okay,
Olympia.
Quince is the street, not the city. Okay,
Right.
okay, gotcha. Wonderful. Okay, perfect. Good.
Any questions? Jules?
Mm-mm.
Okay. We rather do it sooner rather than later, and it's in June. And while we're talking about June, I want to deviate a little bit. So are there any more questions about taking the doodle poll, and why and who and what?
We should probably send out to the people that are not here directly.
Yeah, we
so they
will.
know the
Lisa,
details of
this is what I
the
need you to
event is.
do. I need you to send it out and be very clear to select the date. We already heard back from Nadell, but whichever date the majority lands on is the date we'll go
Yeah.
with.
So put every date you're available, it'll
Mhm.
match up with everybody else. Yes. Thank you. Okay,
Jules?
I was looking at the dates that were there. I thought there was a conflict. And I don't have the dates in front of me, but May 23rd is also that Seahawks hiring and resource event. And if we were going to have somebody there, then we can't have somebody. We can't do that day. I just don't remember the dates. I know there were some in May.
Yeah, it's May
the resource thing is the 23rd.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
May
we're supposed to
23rd.
have a lunch and learn on the 24th.
Yeah, it's they've got the 23rd, so we're not going to be able to do the 23rd. You need to just take the 23rd off, Lisa. And yeah.
And then we have a meeting on the 24th.
Yes, I will talk about that in a second, lunch and learn.
But
Yep,
yes,
yeah,
I understand that, but I'm just saying, is that on the list of potential days to meet? Because if it
No,
is,
it's
we need,
not. The 24th isn't on there.
okay, good.
And the 23rd needs to come off, Lisa, when you update it. Please. Yeah, and I filled mine out already of when I was available.
And then the 19th is a Military Appreciation Day at JBLM. So people may be going to that as well. I'm not sure if that's on there.
It's on there, the 19th of, no, the
May.
19th of May is on here. But I know I can't do anything on that day.
Well, just don't, yeah, just if you can't do that day, then.
Yeah, just say you can't do it. It's okay.
Right.
Yeah. All right. It's 12:14. I want to make sure we hit on any other points. Any
Lunch and learn, lunch and
lunch
learn.
and learn. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So I contacted Lauren and she said she's available as a couple weeks ago. I want to double check. So I'm gonna, so I'm gonna get the flyer and everything to communications and have her back again. And I want to talk to, anyway, just some pointers with her about try not to do so much information. I mean, it was great, but so much information. And then she had links to her pages, which I never did send out, but with that in mind, on her web pages, if she had a resource page, people could go to that instead of us sending it out.
Exactly. Yes.
So but she had lots of good information, lots of good input. So we have that speaker lady. Okay.
Yep. Great. Thank you so much
Okay.
for getting her back.
Yep.
It's gonna be great. Great, great.
So then
Having
when
her.
Veterans Day now, we need to talk about, right?
So Women Veterans Day weekend, that Saturday the 10th. I want to cover that really briefly. Whatever you're planning for your region, your area, get that to us as soon as possible. And what by us, I mean what it is, where all the information, a link if you have a registration link specifically for your event to Zena, because from there, Zena is going to be able to work with putting together a comprehensive flyer. So that basically what I kind of foresee happening is that we would list it out. There's some ways that we can list it out. I'm not going to get into that conversation, but we really need to go ahead and finalize it no less than 30 days out, what you're doing and how people can register for it so you can get your head counts. I don't know if we can set up a multiple event registration on one Eventbrite link where people can click which event they're going to attend and we do it that way. Don't know, because I haven't tried that on Eventbrite yet, but that's where we're at with we need to finalize those things. Zena?
So Shelley, my thoughts on this whole thing is last year we had two events, one on either side of the stage. And Carolyn and I met, Nadell had something else come up, spaced out or whatever, and just had some basic things. We do have the Spokane Vet Center concrete in writing. Yes, we have an email that we can use that facility. And one of their case manager counselor ladies is a veteran Army, I think, and she will be there on that Saturday. So we're thinking from 1 to 4-ish. I mean, we're going to do it for 2 hours, but have the window open and some ideas. And just so you know, Carolyn has contacts with the Women's Military Memorial in DC, is going to have some flyers on that and stuff. But my main point is, Shelley, is I think we need, just my ideas. We need to have one flyer that says Washington State Women Veterans, active duty, guard, whatever. We as a WVAC are having two events on both sides of the state. And
so you just think it needs to be just two events, one on east, one on west?
Let me finish, please. Let me finish. having 2 events, because I think, and not to minimize those other ones, but I don't think it's our job to advertise those, because we could put a link on, if you're not in those areas, here's some other things. Because I think, Shelley, we need to get grounded in 2 areas of the state that we're the plague.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
these other things are going to come along and we can tag them or we can add them or something like that.
Mhm.
But this little boat, I don't know what it was.
Well, yeah,
or something.
so
I don't
Sharon
think
B
it's our
is
job.
Sharon B is in the peninsula. If Sharon B and Carol P wanted to put something on in the peninsula area for
Yeah,
the Weave
right,
Act, that's
right.
what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about
but
everybody's
I don't-
event.
I don't think we need to call it National Women Veterans Day and we're telling all this stuff. I think we need to stick to 2 main events. And
Well, I'm perfectly
these
fine with
people-
that. Yeah,
so has anybody
yeah.
started planning on your side of
Yeah.
this? I think
Yes.
Lisa put that EQC is not available.
Yeah, so we're not doing that luncheon stuff. I want people to get outside and connect and just, I
Right.
don't want it to be all complicated.
So
I'm not
we're doing
all
it
that.
here. What do you guys, who's doing it on that side of the state?
So we were working with Veterans on the Water. They want to, kayaking, fishing, kayaking. They had reached out, so they want to do it, and they want to do it in partnership for women veterans that day. They still haven't gotten their confirmation on their location, so that's the challenge with that. But they would like for it to be outside, so you could do circles, you could do yoga, people could hike if they didn't want to get out on the water. They're going to be cooking. They're going to do what they already always do. They just wanted it to be about women veterans that day on this side of the mountains.
Great.
So
Okay, good.
that was what we were going to do.
And our theme is let's go outside and connect. Okay.
Yes.
And so, but I think we still need to have separate flyers, but I think one combined together, we're working with whoever's doing that. Because then it's a more blast that, hey, this is our umbrella, what we're doing for people. I didn't know what the water thing was. So now that makes more sense. Okay. But we have our location nailed down. That was wonderful.
I hear you. Thank you. And then that's not concrete, because if they don't get back to us ASAP, we can't,
Sure.
We're going to have to pivot. So Carol.
Right.
Carol.
They stopped for a minute. Okay, so Zena, I appreciate what you're saying, but one flyer with all this information is too much. It's too busy. It's too busy. Okay, so just
It's
if
2 events. Yeah.
each location can develop their own flyer, that would be great.
Okay. Fine.
That way, if we don't have too much information on one piece of paper.
Okay. Okay, perfect.
Okay.
But I just wanted to throw that out there and say, I didn't know what you guys were doing on that side of the state. And I mean, I know it doesn't matter, but I think we need to be unified. So in cooperation with WeVac, WDVA. Wonderful. Okay. Cool.
I think design-wise, we would just utilize the WDVA so we have the same look and feel, but I think we need to lock it down. Does anybody else on the west side of the mountains have any other ideas or thoughts that they would like to do? So I don't want anyone to feel like they have to come this way or that way. If you have a community of women veterans in your area, Sharon B, where you think you could get a nice gathering of women veterans and you want to do something in that area instead of having to trek here to this region, part of the region, the sooner we know it, the better. If it's 2 events or if it's 2 locations or 3 locations, what I was trying to be is very as collaborative as possible because we serve an entire state. And I did not want to put people in a position where they'd have to be forced to travel in, around, or indifferent. Just trying to create a more sound and robust way of us getting together in a way that makes sense and where we can just gather. It's really low vibration, very low stress, and something that that won't be intimidating for other women veterans. And it's not so formal. I was just trying to remove the formality of getting together. That's all.
Yeah.
Carol,
I'll
I sent
have
you
to
an email. Go ahead, Sharon.
I'll coordinate. I'll see what, Sharon and Levada are up to.
Yeah, Levada, that's right. I'm sorry,
Yeah, because
Levada.
I'll still be in a cast at that point. And I don't, yeah, I don't know. Tomorrow's my official orthopedic appointment and permanent casting. And I underestimated how hard I hit my right hand when I went down because I was so focused on breaking the left one. And I've never broken anything before. So I don't know what kind of shape I'm going to be in here. And
Yeah,
right now I'm typing with one finger with a, and everything is taking 15 times as long. I can't take care of myself properly. So I don't know. I'll have to see what the other ladies think about what's what.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm just tossing that out there. I would say I'll be completely, I will be out of the country until May 6th, out of the country.
From when to when?
From tomorrow to May 6th, I will be out of the country. I just wanted to make sure that any loose ends that we had, we could kind of pull together. Want to make sure we fill out the doodle poll. If anyone else has any ideas of what we could do on the west side of the mount, on this side of the mountains that you think would be a little easier to pull together, go, let's figure that out, do that, whatever that is, meet at the park, have a cookout, gather, whatever. Something simple, like low vibration. I don't want it to be complicated. I don't know if we need to book a pavilion, but whatever it is, let's figure that out so we can just do something to have a good time and just make it easy.
Yep.
So we have the Women Veterans Forum coming up May 16th, Town Hall May
Okay.
17th. Yes.
What kind
Senior.
of budget do we have, Shelley? Carolyn sent you an email. And what kind of budget do we have?
I'll have to ask Lisa to give us our budget on what we have, what we can get. I think we still have about 20 something. We probably have like a $5,000-$6,000 budget, but at this rate, what we are doing, if we do the Veterans on the Water thing, that's free. It's not costing us anything and we're not doing anything but showing up. If we do something like our own little cookout or something or another where we got to rent things, then submit those receipts to Lisa, but we have enough budget to reimburse you for any cost.
Yeah, and Vet Center is going to be free too. So it's just having things, and the DAR is going to be involved and stuff. So, okay.
Jules, perfect. Thanks. Yeah, Jules.
Okay, as far as, since you're going to be gone, who's your point of contact with the Vets on the Water? Are they going to contact you?
I'm about to send that email and add you to it and tell them to please reply to you. I'll add you and Carol, if you don't mind, just so they can get some responses. And then ladies, if you don't get the answer you think you need, and if nobody replies, then let's move forward with something else, anything else. But I would love it if by the middle of May, we could say, hey, we're doing this. Yeah. And if you want to come register on this link, that's what I would like to see.
Yeah, because we could probably find something on one of the parks here at Lake Taps, picnic area, just, something with plenty of parking, just to invite people to come drop by and have a table set up. But yeah, I'd like to get that taken care of sooner than later.
Yeah. And I'm gonna, and I'm gonna add you and Carolyn to this. You and Carol, Jules, you and Carol are gonna be added to this stuff. I met the lady briefly at the the Veterans Resource Fair, but I didn't get to talk to her. I had to go to another event, so I'm just gonna add her and I'm gonna follow up right now, and they hopefully they can reply to us, and I'm gonna let them know we have a hard deadline of May 8th where we have to confirm our event for June 10th. And if we can't get confirmation, we'll have to move forward with other plans, but we would truly love to do this in partnership with you. I think it's pretty awesome, but All right, does anybody have anything else other than those high priorities that we talked about that are happening like in the next 30 days?
The Oregon Women Veterans Conference is in Salem on May 2021. At one point, I thought I would like to go to that, but there's not enough time. Don't need to do that. They have them every 2 years. I think at a point in 2 years that we should go down to support them or invite them to our stuff or what, whatever. I think it would, because I remember going about 10 years ago or so when Washington, Idaho, and Oregon had it in Pendleton, Oregon. And it was just nice, something to do.
Okay.
So Gary put a note in here in the chat. You probably saw it.
Yeah, so thank you,
we-
Jules.
Yes. Do you want to, I mean, that's probably something you should do before you leave the country.
Yeah, save the date, so serving those who that's
Yeah, because
served.
if we have a table there, I mean,
We will have a table. Yeah, we need a table there because yes, thank you for bringing that up. So Zena, the Serving Those Who Serve conference this year?
Yes, I forgot. I did contact Malia or whatever.
Mhm.
And I said, you sent me an email, blah, blah, blah. I'm a veteran. I've attended several of them in Spokane. I would suggest that we could educate the attendees that are there helping veterans
Mhm.
to be, I would be glad to speak for 5 minutes or whatever because that would cover the whole, not one individual room or whatever. But anyway, so I wasn't able to attend the online thing, but she, and I sent the articles that I wrote and stuff about women veterans and
Did you let her know you were on the WeVac?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
And so she forwarded it to the agenda and she'll bring this up and go from there. Because I've gone to those and they're really great, but I think it's really something pointed that those civilians out there, a lot of them, not all, need to be educated about women veterans and what we're doing in the state and how to direct people to us or whatever. So yeah, I forgot about that. Serving those who served. I meant to write that on there.
Okay. So
And that's
we
in
are
August.
Jules. Yeah. So we're on. We just joined their first planning meeting call. So Jules and I are on those planning meeting calls.
Okay.
So we just want to make sure, yes, we can have a table there. And making sure that there's a space where we can actually meet with them. And we want to talk about our women veterans and their needs specifically. So we can flesh that out, but thank you so much for wanting to do that.
Yeah.
We'll be able to move forward. I'm only going to be out of the country for a week, so I'll be back.
But yeah, I think it's important to speak to those ones that are out in the trenches, especially too, that we need to be in their forefront. So perfect. And they can
Yes.
provide a table. Because we'll have brochures and business cards by then,
Yes.
before that. Thank you, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Is everybody, Jules, you have one more thing?
yeah, it just occurred to me, we have everybody here from the east side. If you didn't know that there is, WDVA does have cell phones and cell phone service and technology for rural veterans that need it. So just to make sure everybody gets the word about that.
And how do you get a hold of that, Jules?
It's through the WDVA. I'll have to locate the flyer and the information and send it to you. But they have thousands of them, where they're trying to reach out to as many rural veterans as possible.
So cell phone, they get a cell phone.
They get a cell phone and they get a tablet. And I think they're connecting them up with the service as well.
Yeah. Yeah, and they have it it's a 2-year program. It was sent out and it got sent out on email blast and I should be on the WDVA website and Facebook social media pages.
And then Shelley, aren't you going to tell us something else that you're going to be doing in the next 6 months or so?
Oh, running for office.
She doesn't have any spare time,
Yeah, how the heck you going to handle all that, Shelley?
City council or something?
Puyallup City Council at large position. It's time.
So do you
Yes.
speak very much? Okie dokie.
So I'm going to be unplugged completely for the next 8 days. I need a minute, a break, but I appreciate each and every one of you. Yes, and your support in that would be great. And I'm hoping that once we get a chance to actually have a strategic meeting with the director, that we can formalize more concrete plans and that we could actually start looking at the applications that have come in and start looking at a new way in which to bring people onto this committee, because it is a great committee, it is a legacy, and we want to make sure that we're doing it right. So, you know, before my time as chair is up, I would like to have some things in place before we, before I move on and move out the way in another year. So I would just love to, I think that getting that meeting on the books with David and having a strategy session and really doing some concrete work will help us to be able to bring people on into something that we can say we understand and know what the desired plans are and move forward from there. So thank you, ladies, so much. Please take care of yourselves. Please don't break anything else.
And you're having a vacation, right? The
And
next.
I'm on, yes, and I am out of the office.
Costa Rica?
officially.
Where are
South
you going?
Africa, South Africa.
Oh, well, wow.
Yeah. So I'm
Jet lag.
officially out of the office tonight. I will have an out of office message on. So if you could include me in emails, you will see out of office.
Okay, relax, for sure.
I will, Zena. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, everyone.
Cool, cool.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.